On Father's Day, my daughter sent me a gift box. It was supposed to be a surprise, but the moment my wife saw it, she whispered, "Don't open it." I frowned. "Why?" She pointed, her voice barely audible. "Can't you see?" I looked closer, and froze. 10 minutes later, the police were at our door. And what was inside that box? You won't believe it. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and tell us where you're watching from in the comments. Dad, do you even understand? I need the money now, not after you die. The coffee cup shattered against the hardwood floor. Dark liquid spread across the Persian rug. Samantha stood there, her face flushed, her manicured fingers trembling from the force of it. I tightened my grip on the inheritance documents. 30 years of careful planning, now turned into a weapon in my daughter's hands. The papers crinkled under my grip. Samantha, I'm not an ATM. You'll get your inheritance when the time comes. Peter leaned back into the leather sofa, a smug smile creeping across his face. Come on, Will, she's your only daughter. What's a few thousand to help us out? A few thousand, the nerve of this man. Last month it was gambling debts. Before that, Samantha's shopping sprees. The requests never stopped, only got bigger. Help you out. I stood slowly, my 66-year-old joints protesting. I've been helping you for 3 years. My retirement fund is not your personal bank. Jessica appeared in the doorway, twisting a dish towel in her hands. Please, everyone, just calm down. We can talk about this reasonably, Samantha snapped, spinning toward her. He's sitting on hundreds of thousands while we're drowning in debt. Debt you created, I said quietly. Debt from your choices. The family photo on the mantel lay face down. Had it fallen during her tantrum, or had someone turned it deliberately? The silver frame caught the light, reflecting nothing but emptiness. Peter leaned forward, elbows on his knees. Look, old man, you're not getting any younger. Why not enjoy sharing your wealth while you're alive to see it appreciated? Old man, the disrespect burned. I worked 43 years for that money, I said, each word harder than the last. 43 years of 12-hour days, missed dinners, cancelled vacations. So you could have a comfortable childhood, Samantha. So your mother and I could retire with dignity. Dignity, she laughed bitterly. What's dignified about hoarding money while your daughter suffers? Suffers. I glanced at her designer handbag, her fresh highlights, her jewelry, Peter's brand new sneakers. Their suffering looked very comfortable. Your suffering is self-inflicted. The words slipped out before I could stop them. Every crisis, every emergency, you created them. Silence stretched tight as a wire. Jessica stepped forward, pale. William, maybe we should. Should what? Samantha's voice cracked. Keep enabling you. Keep pretending you're a loving father instead of a greedy miser. Greedy, selfish, unloving. 43 years of sacrifice, and this was my reward. Peter stood, his expression darkening. You know what I think. I think you enjoy watching us struggle. Makes you feel powerful. Get out. The words came from deep inside me. Both of you, get out of my house. Your house. Samantha's eyes flashed. This house Mom helped pay for. The house I grew up in. You can't just kick me out. Watch me. But they didn't move. They stood there, waiting, like they always did, for me to back down, to apologize, to write another check and smooth everything over. Not this time. I walked to the door and opened it wide. Cool evening air rushed in, carrying the scent of honeysuckle and distant laughter, normal families living normal lives. When had we stopped being one of them? Samantha, I said without turning, take your husband and leave. Don't come back until you're ready to talk about your problems, and solutions that don't involve my wallet. You'll regret this, she hissed, grabbing her purse. When you're old and sick and need someone to take care of you, remember this moment. Remember how you chose money over family. Her heels struck the floor like gunshots as she stormed out. Peter lingered at the door. This isn't over, old man. Family doesn't abandon family. The door slammed hard enough to shake the windows. The silence that followed felt heavier than the shouting. I stood there, still gripping the handle, watching through the glass as Samantha's BMW sped out of the driveway. William, Jessica's voice was soft behind me. I turned. The living room looked like a battlefield. Coffee stains soaked into the rug. Papers lay scattered. The family photo still lay overturned. 43 years, I whispered. What? 43 years, I repeated. Overtime shifts, missed dinners, so she could have everything. Jessica quietly gathered the papers. She's struggling, William. The gambling is her choice, I snapped. Every bet, every lie, her choice. I picked up the photo and set it upright. 5-year-old Samantha smiled back at me, sitting on my shoulders at the fair. Gap-toothed, happy. When did she become this? Jessica said nothing. We both remembered the dollhouse, the ballet lessons, the summer camps, every sacrifice we made gladly. And now she throws things because I won't hand over my savings. She didn't throw it at you, Jessica said gently. The difference didn't matter. I picked up one of the inheritance documents. Years of planning, all for her future. Peter's influence, Jessica murmured. No, I said quietly. He didn't create her greed. He just gave it permission. My phone buzzed. A message. Dad, I hope you're happy. The kids need winter coats and school supplies, but your precious money matters more, right? Don't expect to see them anytime soon. I felt it like a punch. The grandchildren, Emma and Jake. Her favorite weapon. Jessica read the message, her face crumpling. She wouldn't really keep them from us, would she? We both knew she would. She'd done it before. William, maybe we should reconsider. No, the word came out like a gunshot. No more. I won't be held hostage. I won't teach those kids that love is something you buy. Jessica flinched. In 38 years of marriage, she'd rarely seen me like this. But something had changed. The illusion had shattered, just like that coffee cup. 6 days later, I sat on the porch with the Sunday paper, trying to hold on to normalcy. Father's Day morning. The coffee in my hand had gone cold. Neighbors laughed. Families gathered. Life went on. But inside our home, there was a silence that didn't belong. Then I heard it, the rumble of a delivery truck. A UPS van slowed in front of our house. Strange. We weren't expecting anything. The driver stepped out, grabbed a box, and walked toward me. William Carr. That's me. Happy Father's Day, he said with a smile. Someone must think highly of you. I signed and took the package. No return address. Light, about the size of a shoebox. Who's it from? Jessica called from inside. No idea. I set it on the coffee table. She stepped closer, studying it carefully. Then her expression changed. William, what? Don't open it. Why? She pointed. Can't you see the holes? I leaned closer. Tiny punctures in the cardboard. Breathing holes, she whispered. My stomach dropped. Something alive is inside. We stepped back, staring at the box. Then we heard it. A faint rustling sound. It stopped. Then came again, longer this time. A soft, unmistakable hiss. Jessica grabbed my arm. Call someone. Now. My hands shook as I dialed. 911, what's your emergency? We received a package. Something's alive inside. It's making sounds. What kind of sounds, sir? I swallowed. Hissing. Silence on the line. Officers are on the way. Do not touch the package. 10 minutes. It felt like forever. Who would do this? Jessica whispered. I didn't want to say it. But we were both thinking the same thing. The timing, the anger, the silence all week. This wasn't a gift. Another sound came from the box, louder this time. Something shifting inside. The argument, 6 days ago, Jessica said softly. I nodded. We didn't need to say her name. We already knew.